Welcome everybody to the Comedy Pop-Up Podcast. If you're living in the Southern California area and you wish to see one of our live stand-up shows, December 23rd will be at the Rec Room in Huntington Beach, and December 30th will be at the Lyric Hyperion in Silver Lake. For more information on any of those shows, please check out our website, comedypopupla.com, and please follow us on all social medias at Comedy Pop-Up. All right, let's start the show.
Hey, what's up, party people? This is comedian Ron G, and welcome to another episode of the Comedy Pop-Up. Yo, we have an awesome show for you today, man. I'm actually really excited. I got two close friends of mine, two close co-workers and friends of mine in the studio. So, without any further ado, let's get it started, man. This guy, comedy legend, has been on The Game, CSI, Heroes, The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. He's literally done every comedy show there is to do since the Flip Wilson Show. Ladies and gentlemen, show some love for Shang, everybody. Show some love. If you don't press the button, man.
You're supposed to press the button right there. There's look. There is no button. All right,
There's no button? Okay, all right. We prepaid today. All right.
Like this.
Next up, man, this guy, I've actually known him for a while, man. He's like my big bro, but he don't even know it. He's been in the movie Jarhead, classics like Baby Boy, CSI, and he was recently on the show called SWAT, starring Shamar Moore. Ladies and gentlemen, show some love for Kareem Grimes, everybody.
Man, I appreciate that.
I appreciate that, Shang. That's the button we doing today?
Absolutely.
No, I'm just. There's no.
That's what we doing. It's all right. It's okay. Is that it?
But that was it.
Really?
That was it.
They whispering. They hear Trump. He's gonna kill us. Anyway, so listen, man. I'm very grateful to have both of y'all on the show. What's up, Kareem? All right, we going live. We live.
We
live. You got to say we live every time you.
We live.
Yeah, we live.
Live.
Hey, we live, y'all. So listen, I'm grateful to have both of you on the show today. One, because this is a side of Hollywood most people don't talk about. People always talk about getting in the game and how do you make it, but you two are actually living examples of how do you thrive and stay relevant while you're in the game, which is the hardest part about entertainment.
In the game.
It's almost like a relationship. Like anybody can get in a relationship, but the key one to sustain one, it takes a special kind of person, man. That's why I'm specifically glad that I had you two on it. One thing also too, I know about both of you paths, man. Both of y'all paths is, although we are black or quote unquote urban, y'all managed to bleed over and do mainstream as well. Like,
but that's wild. You said quote unquote urban. It's true.
I hate that word.
But that's what they call it.
Yeah,
they
I
call
hate
it
to say
like
black. You know what I'm saying? Because we've all done black stuff. I got black TV credits and I have mainstream credits. But at the same time, you two both have done a lot of mainstream stuff as well, like Jarhead. Like, what do you think is the trick? Not the trick, or the thing that allows you to be transform from doing urban stuff to mainstream stuff like Jarhead. You know what I'm saying?
Man, it's I think it's just having, you know, a good agent. Literally saying, hey, send me out for these roles.
I can do both.
Yeah, I can. Exactly. That's what it is. I can do both.
I can. You could put me in a hood movie, and then you could put me in as a doctor. As I can go in as a doctor, a lawyer, and like, yes, that's exactly what the paperwork says.
Right.
Because I think black people in general can do that. We can 1 minute be like, yo, what's up? What's the deal, baby?
That's
and then
easy.
the next minute be like, exactly. I know.
I think it's called coding too, because like when you raised in the hood, but you go to college, you got little elements of both. Most people don't know. They try to test you, but they don't know you got, like, I'm from the hood. Like, I'm from, like, if in South Carolina, I'm from the side of town. When you say my neighborhood name, people like hold their coat. You know what I'm saying? But I went to college.
But you lived there?
Yeah, because I steal on you and then write a check to fix it. You know what I'm saying? I do my own banking. You know what I'm saying? But man, I guess that's part of it too. Shang, what about you, man? You've had a very unique path, even with your comedy, man. From going from, you've done every Comic View episode ever, Def Jam.
I grew up watching that.
Absolutely,
old.
Like,
but yeah,
no, I think that with me, I started in white clubs. I started straight up in white clubs.
Did you start in New York? Because I know you're from New York, right?
New York. I started in New York. Yeah, at a place called Who's on First, and
that's the comedy club name.
That was called Who's on First, and a place Dangerfields. That's old school. Yeah, and then I did that.
Perform with Flip Wilson.
Yeah, I did. I opened up for Flip Wilson twice. And
are you serious?
No.
Oh, that's stupid. I'm like, what? I'm like, what? I believe it too. And scene. Don't play with me like that.
And scene. But I started that. So when I started doing the urban shows, it was more like, oh, okay, he can do urban too. Oh, well. But I hated that. I really didn't like when they call it urban. I don't like that. I don't know why. Yeah. I just like, no.
Can you urban it up a little more?
Can you urban it up? What about just funny across the board?
Yeah.
Like funny to mainstream, Latino, white, it don't matter. And in New York, it's so diverse, you gotta kind of be funny to everybody if you just try to just do the hood ones, you're not going to get a lot of work, honestly.
Yeah, and I was looking at your resume. I saw that you went to London, Amsterdam, and I know you mentioned like performing overseas.
Yeah, I do it a lot.
Did you have to adjust a lot?
No.
To perform overseas?
I learned
like, all like American crowds, kind of, sort of.
No, they know English. Like they watch all our stuff. They suck our when I'm saying they watch everything. Like and so it was easy for me. And I just learned like when I did Amsterdam, I've done it like 5 times now. Wow. I just learned some Dutch. The guy named Regilio who books it is called.
I know, absolutely, Regilio, Rotterdam and Amsterdam.
And I bet
I was supposed to do it. I didn't have time.
I bet him that I could learn Dutch in the month I was going over, and I did. I learned enough to do like 4 jokes, and then I would start off in Dutch.
Like, where's the bathroom and where the hoes at?
Yeah, there you go.
Hey,
hoe gaat het, alsjeblieft, and then switch over. Yeah. So I would switch over about a minute in, and the audience go, oh,
yeah, they go nuts.
They go
nuts when you get little pieces of the culture and you embed it in your set. They go nuts.
Yeah,
man.
I did that, and Regilio, he booked me a bunch of times, and then I got on some TV shows over there. I did MTV Europe.
Wow,
shut up, man.
Yeah, and I did. They have a comedy show just in London that is their version of Letterman.
Gotcha.
Like it's the same as Letterman.
Gotcha.
And
you set that up while you were over there?
Yeah.
Yeah? You had somebody call or you just did your own?
Yeah.
I haven't had a manager. Man.
Yeah.
I feel like both of y'all hustlers,
man.
But
don't you feel like you gotta sometimes
like real talk.
Like even if your agent is like, oh, I'm gonna try to get you in this. I've actually gotten stuff.
I was just about to say I've gotten booked on stuff because of relationships.
Yeah.
I just say I call the agent and manager, be like, yo, so I booked this. So they going to call you to work out the details.
Right.
Yeah.
And another thing I've admired about you, Kareem, is, and you can speak on this if you want to, I saw the video of you do the Eazy-E audition. Was it Jahan Jones? Who'd you do it with?
No, it was my boy Andrew Clintscale.
Yeah?
Yeah, Andrew.
Dude, that was such a great video. Like, I was like, there's no way this dude can't get it. Like, you literally look like him. Like, why would they not give you the Eazy-E role?
It was funny because I heard about it through John Singleton.
Yeah?
Oh, okay.
And John Singleton was supposed to direct it. And then, like, some years passed. It was so funny. Me and Mo McCrae were working out and we ran into John and he was telling us about the NWA thing. And I was like, okay, cool, let me get ready. So literally I went to the wig shop, got a Jerry curl, the LA Kings.
Let me get that Jerry curl number 6.
Man. And I hit my agent up at the time, my old agent, I was like, yo, I want to get in. And they were like, nah.
Really?
The casting director was like, nah. She was like, you're too old. And I was just like, well, I don't like that. Like, at least give me a shot.
Absolutely. Let me in the room.
Come in, get me in the room.
Yeah.
And then if you say no, then I feel good.
Bro, it was really good. Like, it was really, really good, man.
Yeah.
I was thoroughly impressed to watch you do that.
We went out and did it, man. And like literally we shot it. And it took all of my boy Millard. Big shout out to Millard. Millard had got a camera. Like, the dude is a beast with the camera.
Yeah.
I found a studio. We found a backyard with a brick thing.
Yeah.
And we shot it. We shot the studio part.
Uh-huh.
We shot outside and then we did an interview. And then he put like the old film, like VHS on there, man.
Oh yeah, a little filter on it.
Like, there was no script. So I took bits and pieces from YouTube and said, let's just put it together.
Man, that's so cool.
Recreate it.
But you gotta hustle. That's hustling.
You gotta hustle, man. You gotta hustle, dude.
Like, and another thing too, I've learned, especially like, I feel like I started doing comedy right before social media hit. So I'm old school in the fact that, like, you work on your craft, you do a late night show and your career changed. But we've all seen that, comedy's different. Well, entertainment is different now where social media has a big impact. I've been in a room with people who got 1 million followers and have not acted a day in their life. And I'm like, why are we in the same room?
Right.
Like, why are we even having this conversation? But it's the thing.
You're right.
What about you, Shang? How do you feel about the change of social media?
I haven't had that problem as far as, how many followers have you had?
I have. I've walked in the audition. They're like, so how many followers you have? I'm like, hello to you too.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Good morning.
Yeah, right. Good morning to you too. Yeah.
No, I feel like comedy wise, it's more. I've had it more than I had it acting wise. Like, but acting wise, for me, I haven't had it as much because it's weird. The older I got more dramatic roles. When I was younger, I got more comedic roles.
Roles, right.
And now I notice, I think because you get older, you get thicker, they go, well,
So you get thicker? Oh, you thick.
Thick,
Yeah,
you thick.
you
You're
You
a
can
thick
be a
brother.
dad in the show.
Dad, you could be the dad, the funny
thick
uncle.
dad.
Right.
Yeah, or the serious dad.
Thicky Ricardo.
Yeah, I went in for Homefront. I read for
yeah.
Homefront.
Yeah.
And it was weird. The dude had saw me do stand-up like years ago and was like, he didn't realize, he was like, oh, you're the comic, because he didn't realize that, when, you know, and I didn't, like, when I let this grow, you know what I'm saying, or I'll go in for, and I'll shave it all off, it's
Right.
different. And he didn't realize it, because I think that sometimes with comics, they think we can't do drama.
Yeah.
Which I have no idea why.
I don't know what
We're the
is
most
in their
dramatic
head.
people you ever want to meet
I
in your
know,
life.
it's like weird.
I think that myth is smashed, man. You have a lot of comedians,
But
now
a lot,
who've-
they are pigeonholed. Like, what did Ricky Smiley?
Oh, yeah.
He told me that he would go in for stuff and they would expect him to be
funny.
Ricky Smiley.
Smiley.
Come on, Ricky Smiley.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's like, no, I read the script. I know I'm supposed to do something different here.
Yeah.
But I haven't had it as much now. Like now I think I have a little bit of, I've met enough directors and I've met enough people. And like for me, I just been doing lately more voiceovers than anything. I just did.
That's good, man. And I think
voiceovers is decent.
No, the
Yeah,
voiceovers
decent.
is amazing.
Yeah,
Absolutely. I done got some nice checks from doing. I was like the voiceover for a video game.
Yep.
Yeah,
And I was a DJ for a video game, and I can keep getting checks because they'll update the video game. And I'm like,
that's not.
this is kinda
I think
cool.
people forget about that. I think people forget about that. That's also a whole
Listen,
Yeah.
you can go in a studio in your pajamas for 20 to 30 minutes
and make
and
grip.
make a grip.
Yeah, that's the truth.
And like
That's
people
the
don't
truth.
understand that. Like, oh, your appointment's at such and such. Oh, okay, I'll just come in my shorts and t-shirt.
Yeah.
Do your thing and then
Bounce. And then you get a check.
You get about 7 checks, 8 checks.
Yeah.
that's pretty awesome, man. Yeah.
absolutely.
So for you, like, did you know you wanted to act, or like you just love stand up and it kind of bled over into acting?
No, yeah, I
You
stand
can't say nah, yeah.
Nah, yeah.
You can't say nah, yeah.
can't-
You're not allowed to say nah, yeah.
Nah, yeah.
Nah, yeah,
Because it's
listen.
two things.
Yes, it's not, but no, it is. Nah, yeah, listen.
But what I'm saying is what I'm not saying. What
you
it
feel
is
what I'm
is what
saying?
it's not. It is.
But I'm not saying it. I'm not gonna say it.
No, but like, see, nah, but like. See?
Nah, but like.
Nah, but like, I feel like with me, it was like I kept doing stand up and they kept saying, like, I went to the HBO showcase and then they were like, have you thought, they more pushed me like, you need to do more acting, you need more acting. And then when I did it, I was like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah.
Like, but I didn't start off, it was all stand up. It was all,
Yeah, I feel like it's a natural progression as a comedian too, because I kind of fell into it because I knew I wanted to do stand up, but then I realized like Richard Pryor is dope because he did acting. Like he was already dope, but acting gave him a bigger platform, and then people like, yo, he do stand up too,
Right.
and there's that thing. So for me, I naturally grew into it as well. But I love acting just as much as I love comedy now.
I love stand up a little bit more.
Do you?
Yeah.
I love both, man.
I like the freedom because a director can come in and change the whole thing the way it looks.
yeah.
As in comedy, it's like, no, you can't really. This is what it is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I said, just for me, I personally love.
You know, a casting.
I don't like
person,
not being good at something. If I know I got it in me, like I'm an athlete too. I play football, so like when I first got on stage and got booed and they told me to kill myself, I said, you know what? I'm gonna figure this thing out.
Right. Yeah.
And I just
It makes
stuck
you go,
with it.
like,
and
makes
now
you
my
go
life
harder.
changed because I didn't sit
Yeah.
on the boo. It was like, I can't do this. 'Cause I deep down, I felt something like, yo, I got this. You know, I
got
feel
it.
like even as an actor too, and Kareem, you can chime in on this. It's like I feel like acting gets fun when you stop caring what people think. That's my
Yeah,
own thing.
I mean,
when you stop caring, just go to audition and have a good time.
Yeah, I think part of the process of acting is being an open book.
Yeah.
If you're not willing to be vulnerable, then don't be in this business.
Right.
And vulnerability is the key to it.
Can you press the button, please? Do we have the button?
Yes.
All right.
Like vulnerability.
It's all right. It's all good. We'll figure it out. Anyway, that was a gem.
No, but vulnerability is the key to it because
Absolutely.
if you're not, then you're done. Right?
Yeah.
Literally, you're not gonna go far at all.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn how many followers you have.
Yeah, like they tell you to come in and you have to cry for a role and they go, man, I ain't crying. I ain't crying. I
don't
don't
cry.
cry.
Exactly.
What daddy told me I'm a punk cry.
Yeah.
I'll bust you in your face.
Exactly. Exactly.
And one thing I learned too, especially when I see cats that come from like hard cities like New York and Chicago, they use hometown logic in LA and it don't translate. Somebody don't give you something you want, you ready to fight and swing on them. I'm like, I done seen comedians try to fight a promoter. I'm like, bro, you can't do that out here. You throwing shade, you ain't helping me out. I'm like, you can't walk up to somebody that you don't know and be like, yo, put me on. Like that don't work. That work back home, but that don't work out here. And you got to change that your whole paradigm in order to function out here. So again, vulnerability is a part of that. Because I've learned I work a lot because people like me. People like you, you work. People don't like you, they're scared of you. They probably not gonna hire you. And you mad talking about they hating on you.
Yeah, I'm going to kill everybody. They have a booking? No.
Yeah, right.
No, you can't. I'm a little frightened.
Right.
Nigga too good to put me in a yogurt commercial.
exactly.
Like I can't be in no yogurt. I can sell yogurt.
I eat yogurt,
Kill these
bitch.
bitches.
How can you be mad? How you mad about yogurt? Yogurt's delicious.
It's tasty.
No, but
You mad about it.
But I think also too, it is a little bit of LA because it is because you still have people in LA that do that. Like I got people
Are you
all the
serious?
time that come up and be like, "Yo, put me on." I'm like, "Yo,
I'm
really?"
trying to get put
like
on, number
I'm
one.
trying to get put on myself.
Yeah.
All I can tell you is get into some classes.
Yeah.
Like that's my
That's the
first
beginning,
go to
yeah.
is like classes. Like because the thing is, man, it really is a craft, man.
Right.
And people really don't understand that.
Well-
and what really helped me, well, not really helped me, but what really hit home for me and kind of like was the Jim Carrey documentary.
Mhm.
That's out on Netflix right now.
I didn't see it.
I didn't see it, yeah.
Is it good?
Andy Kaufman, like
Is it good?
Jim Carrey embodied, like he said he had mental telepathy and was really Andy Kaufman. Like you couldn't go on set and say, "Hey, Jim." He was like, "Who was that?" You know what I'm saying?
he got
like
lost.
you, like
Yeah,
he got
he got
lost.
lost.
But
Yeah.
you know what they said that when Denzel did Malcolm X?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they say he was
said
Denzel.
He was Denzel.
No, he was Malcolm X.
Malcolm X. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Malcolm X.
Malcolm Little.
Malcolm Little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, real
Red,
talk.
Red.
Red.
No, they said that each time the life of Malcolm X, when he was red, he was the gangster.
Yep.
And they said on the set he was the gangster.
Yep.
And as he became more aware, he changed his whole demeanor. I watched that movie like 10 times. I love that movie. I don't know. I love it.
no, it's real talk.
And
It's
just if
good.
you watch him, the finger, he got it down to the absolute T.
yeah.
And I was like, why wouldn't they nominate him? Like that's
Come on, man. You know why.
Well, come on. wait a
You
minute.
know why. It's
All right.
too urban.
He's way
He's
too
urban.
Way too urban.
And
Come on, man.
probably doesn't eat yogurt.
Right.
Probably doesn't. And we're lactose intolerant. We can't do it anyway.
Yeah.
But
So
no, I mean, that's a role. And actually, you got to see, I just watched not Hurricane.
yeah.
He killed it in that.
Yeah.
I just always would wonder why, like, he would kill roles, and I'd see someone else, like Kevin Spacey really wasn't better than him that year. It really wasn't.
Not at all.
And I just go, what?
Yeah.
So that part of acting, I don't like.
Yeah.
And I've done commercials. I'm lucky enough to get commercials. And that I don't consider acting because like I had to do a Twix commercial, and by the 25th time biting into the Twix,
Twix.
going nothing too sticks to Twix
Yeah.
can't fix. That shit was not.
One more time for the people.
Dog,
Nothing
man.
too sticks to Twix can't fix.
That's
But I mean, it's a good
funny.
check. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I was like, this ain't really acting. This is
for real.
horrible. But I in my mind, I was saying that. I didn't say that to nobody.
No,
did.
no.
And I was like, no, I love Twix.
Yeah.
But I think I loved Twix before I did the commercial. But
Afterwards?
you have to bite it and then spit it out.
No, I
Like,
did a
over
Pringles.
and over.
I did a Pringles commercial. I had about 10 cans of Pringles.
And
Yeah.
it just I hate them now.
Like
I hate
I for real.
Yeah.
Like after I did the Pringles for maybe about 3-4 years, I couldn't look at I couldn't even.
Yeah,
I couldn't
it's weird.
smell a Pringle.
Yeah.
It was just like I had
Yeah.
too much of it.
But now,
What did Pringles do to you? You have no idea, brother. You don't know my story.
right. But I love Pringles now.
Yeah. Now,
Hey, so
no.
funny story, man. Kareem and I have a mutual friend named Ed. Shout out to Ed Benton, man. One of the most
Show me
brilliant,
the
man.
real.
Show me the real. One of the coolest guys you ever want to meet. Ed and I went out, and we had one stray in the car. It was like, you hanging out with crew, it'd be like one new dude. The one new dude, and this I can always tell in LA, when people congratulate you on stuff you got, they want something from you. It's weird.
Right.
Like my friends back home, they're like, yo, congrats on that. LA dude was like, yo, I saw you in a commercial, man. You doing your thing, bro. And he had this real like shady look about him, like, yo, you doing your thing, bro. Hey, hook me up with your agent. And he asked me in front of everybody. And I was like, well, it ain't that easy. And I'm pretty sure that's not a good look for you because we the same person on paper. He was like,
Right.
oh, so you hating? Like I ain't good enough? And we almost got into a fight in the car because like he didn't even ask to know me. He didn't say hello. He didn't become my friend. He just like, yo, put me on.
What's your
And
favorite color?
Got mad. Yeah. He was like, hey, did you have a good time tonight? No. He was like,
me on.
put me on.
As soon as
and I was
he
like,
said
nah,
that,
bro.
you'd have
Like,
hurt.
it don't work like that. Like you're not even my friend that asked me that. And he got, like, we was really about to fight in the car
That's
because I didn't give him my
would
agent's
you say
number.
That's LA? Would you say that's like it's how it is in LA?
Ain't nobody
'Cause
acting
it's
like that
different
nowhere
in New
else.
York. No, it's different in New York. It
Really?
is. Yeah.
I say LA because back home ain't nobody trying to be no actor like that.
But in New York, there's a lot of actors, and I think that a lot of people do just directly ask because their thing is like
That is true.
If you don't
New York is
ask,
straight direct.
you don't know.
Yeah.
You know,
But you
And-
still make friends or act like you like somebody.
Well, no, to me, the way I
That's a walking to a girl like, hey, we gonna have sex or not? You like, don't we need to go on a date somewhere?
Right. No, we
my
just
name
know
My first name?
Yeah.
Right. I don't really need to
Sharon,
know you
nice to meet you too.
No, out here, I think that for me, I mean, I'm real independent, and it's been cool, and the agencies like knows how I am. But I think that you have to kind of at least be cool with people.
No, you have to.
You can't just be a dick. Like to me, you can't be like, you better give me your agent number, or I'm gonna fight you. Come on, that's stupid.
But I'm like, LA is all relationship.
Yeah,
like
it
it's
is.
all, like once you've been out here for at least 10 years, you kind of start seeing the same people, the same agents. You get familiar. You know what I'm saying? So, but people, that's why I said they use that back home logic in LA and it don't work. Because in the South, you buy stuff just because you like people. You walk in the store, somebody, hey sugar, hey pumpkin, can I help with anything? You like, you know what? I think I will take another pair of socks. You know what I'm saying? You'll do it just because people we do relationship. Or back home, you know, if you have family coming out here, yo, my friend coming out here, make sure you take care of them.
Right.
I would take care of them just because I know you.
Right.
But out here, people don't do that. It's just weird because everybody
there's a politically correct way of going about it.
Yeah.
That I usually that's the approach that I take. When people are like, oh, put me on, I'm like, listen, first of all, I've been in this game since '89.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let's start there. And these are my goals and this and that and that and this. And I'm just like, so it is tough. It is a grind.
Right, very much so.
Are you willing to put that in there? Like, this is not an overnight situation.
Right.
To let you know, I've been in this game since '89. We are in 2017.
Yeah.
Like, let's get that
you
straight
can't tell
first.
folks like that because they think overnight it can happen.
Right.
Like even with stand up, like I hosted the Laugh Factory on Sunday in Hollywood. If you're ever in Hollywood on Sunday, Chocolate Sunday is one of the best comedy shows ever.
Packed.
But comics from all over. I don't know if they're trying to be my friend or whatever, but they always like, hey man, good to see you doing your thing, bro. Put me on. And I'm like, it don't work like that.
Yeah.
Because I tell cats, especially if they ain't never did comedy before, get on stage 3 times and then come see me. And they never come back, ever. I said, get on stage 3 times. Because after the first time, you'll really know. That second was like, I'm doing this, and that third one, like, yo, let's get it done.
Yeah.
And they never come back after that because people don't want to put the work in. Like, Shane, you have that happen all the time? Cats want to go on the road with you just because?
Yeah, now. I mean, because, before, not as much because I was on packages. I would always go out with packages. I worked with...
Can you explain what a package is?
Oh, okay. Right. I know, I just said it like
we know what it is.
Okay,
yeah.
they put me, Corey Holcomb, and Tony Roberts. We did a bunch of dates.
Yeah.
Or they put...
That's a lit show. Who would host that?
Yeah.
We would switch. Like
Yeah?
each, like one, like I closed the first night and then the second night. But Corey, who I think is very funny.
No, Corey is
But it was
Corey's
so
brilliant to me.
food.
Huh?
Yeah.
He is brilliant to me.
Yeah,
he
but
is.
like it was funny watching the crowd, like the women either loved him
or hate him.
Like, no, I'm serious. Like,
No, it
when
is.
I'm not joking. They actually, like, women would wait after the show to cuss him out.
Yeah.
And he would just laugh at them.
Yep.
Like, whatever, dirty bitch.
Yep. like literally.
But no,
I feel like he's so necessary for comedy. I don't know.
I loved working on the road with him. I used to work with a comic, Patrice.
Yeah.
A lot of people
Who don't know Patrice?
But no, a lot of people don't.
Don't.
I was
Oh, yeah.
stunned. Like a lot of
RIP,
people
man.
don't.
But we're comics too.
Yeah, I work on the road, but now that I draw. Like it took me a while to like seriously
Tell him
draw.
what it is, Shane. What you do?
I draw.
Okay, all right.
I get.
You don't mean doodle.
No, I mean asses and seats.
Okay, all right, there you go. All right. You don't mean scribble.
Yeah, I can put a few people.
You
in
say
the
I draw.
building.
There it is.
I put a few people in the building.
Yeah.
That's my sexy voice. By the way, I
Oh,
put
Bob
people-
Ross up in here. He drawing.
Yeah, I put people in the building. And so now it's like, wow, the social media comics are asking to go out on the road with me. I'm like,
really?
Yeah. It was like, and I
can see that.
And I'm like, I want to get the stuff you got. What are you
Right.
talking about? Like, he's like acting wise, I think he's going to do really well. Johan.
Oh, John.
Yeah.
And I
That's
just
the
think, I was so flattered. I was like, because a couple comics were hitting me up, like Ryan Davis and stuff was hitting me. I'm like, dude, because you're social media, you're past me.
Right.
But why would you want to open me? So that I feel honored. And also I get that because I'm old and I've been doing it a long time.
Right.
They go, well, yeah, man, you vet though. You old vet.
Yeah.
Like an old dog, like you still fight.
Stroke on your ego a little bit. Yeah.
And they go,
You got a couple more fights in you. I see it. You still got it, champ.
all right, cool. All right, let's go. Let's go do the show. But no, I mean, like right now, when comics come at me that way, I do have to like. Johan, it was so dope the way he did. He says, no, man, I want you to come see me first. I want you to come watch me do stand-up. It's like some people don't even want, like, I never did stand-up. Like, I just want to go on the road with you. I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
How about you show me you got 15 minutes? Plus, if it's a club, if I tell a club and they don't do well, because I've done that. I got suckered a couple gigs. I was doing a club, my favorite club, Caroline's. If you ever get a chance, it's called Caroline's on Broadway.
Broadway, yeah.
Great
absolutely.
club.
Awesome club.
And I put a comic on because I saw them do 10 minutes and they ripped. And I was like, yo. And they said, put me on the road with them. And they opened and then they bombed because you have to do a half hour to feature. You have to half hour. And about 10, 15 minutes in, they started fading.
What y'all want to talk about? All right, cool. Any questions?
Yeah. Man.
Awkward.
Black women and white women are different.
Right.
And then the club got on my ass. Like they got on my ass like, what are you doing booking people like this? So now I'm very like, I don't do it now.
You should be. But I honestly, I respect people who respect the craft because social media was a whole new thing that was new for everybody. Even like my generation, we got pissed off at the social media people like, yo, we in these trenches, doing stand-up and they just show up out of nowhere, getting on the same show.
Selling out shows.
Same thing in acting.
There is a certain respect because a lot of the videos that's even being done are spin-offs of jokes that people I grew up watching. You know what I'm saying? I'm such a comedy whore and like I studied comedy where it's like I know most of the vets, people I grew up watching, I know their set. So when I see these young cats come, they do social media and they think they can come and do stand-up and they using jokes from people I grew up watching. I'm like, yo, you can't do that, bro.
Right. I've worked with comics.
You got to
like
respect
that.
the art. I check them. I was like, yo, bro, you can't do that. Yeah. Because as a young comic, sometimes you can cross lines with people like OGs, but then you got to respect the person who's been doing it longer. Because I've had a similar joke as Earthquake. And Earthquake, I feel like I started doing it first, but I seen him do it. I was like, I'm a better writer than that anyway, so let me step my game up. Instead of sitting on this joke that him and I had that's similar, because it would have never worked because he's been doing it longer than me. Just out of respect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and Quake is...
Quake is.
But acting wise, now I got to ask a question. I'm gonna turn it to
right.
Acting wise, do you think that it's harder to like when you have those dry spells? Because it's weird. I booked like 3 things in a row, and then I booked nothing for like 5 months.
In commercial or theatrical?
Acting. Yeah. And it was weird. I had just read for like it was weird. I read for The Soloist. I made it to the last cut between me and another actor for The Soloist.
Right.
And I was like, damn, I might get this Robert Downey Jr. movie. And I didn't get it. And DreamWorks was like, but they really liked me. And they kept bringing me in. And that kind of gets discouraging. Yeah. And it was weird. After that, for some reason, I was booking stuff and then I didn't get nothing for a long time. And then finally I booked something. Finally. Yeah. But I mean, do you feel like that? Well, stand-up wise, I could just call a club, luckily. Like there's 6 funny bones.
But
there's
that's
12 improvs.
It's a little bit different, and I'll tell you why. Because with comedians, like you said, that's your balance. Your balance is if I don't book anything television, film wise, I know I can go to a stage.
Yeah, absolutely.
But as an actor, you maybe have 1 or 2 things. You can stay in class, or you can hopefully find a play.
Plays.
Plays. It's rare because LA is not a theater town.
New York is.
Yeah. The third is like what I do. I just keep a job, so I find that balance.
Man, that's so smart.
You know what I'm saying? Because as an artist, if you're not booking anything, you can go crazy. And you just sitting at home
on suicide watch with no health insurance.
Yeah, like
stomach if you like, man, I gotta book something.
But for me, what
you know that was wrong.
Yeah.
By the way, I just want to interject. That was wrong.
But what kept me what kept me sustained in this business is that I've always had a job. So therefore, I can go on audition and then I can go to a job. And it's out of my mind. I'm not thinking about it like, oh man,
I didn't get
what I'm saying? I know I killed, but I'm going to my job, so now my focus is on my job, even though it's still in the back of my mind.
Right.
But my main thing is like I feel
like that's the most powerful thing that's been said on this show today. Because what I learned is LA, people are so prideful. Even comedians, they don't want people to know they have a day job. And like, it's okay. I always tell people, stay on your 9 to 5 till your dream makes sense.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I'm blessed to do it full time, but stay on your job until your dream makes sense. Because people think I'm gonna quit my job and I'm gonna start acting full time. If you ain't got no agent, no headshots, you ain't been out here long enough, it doesn't happen like that. You got to take your time. So salute to you for like even saying that, because I feel like nobody even speaks about that. That's
well, no,
quick story.
Yeah.
All-Star game when it was in LA, maybe 5-6 years ago.
Okay.
Grocery stores had the lockout or whatever. Grocery stores, they were picketing, and it was a comedian cat. I'm not gonna say his name. But
oh man, come on!
I know he was like, yo, I got this job, such. And I was like, yeah, cool. And I'm like, oh man, they hiring? He was like, yeah. And I'm like, cool, I'm about to do that too. But when he was like, yo, if I hook you up with this job, like, don't tell people that you see me here and this. And I'm looking at him like,
Nobody knows
And the
you.
crazy thing, I've been in the business longer than this dude. And
Yeah.
I'm just looking at him like, man, are you serious? Like, it blew me away. And I think that's what it is. It's ego.
Ego and pride.
I tell people, listen, you can see me on SWAT and then you'll see me at my other job. Like, I don't care.
On a conference call.
Like, I don't care.
Yeah,
That's awesome, man.
No, I did.
But that's grown man, though.
That's
grown man.
That's a prime example. I did. A friend of mine is a comic, Sandy Brown, and she's been in a ton of stuff. But she was driving Lyft.
I know Sandy.
Yeah, Sandy was
She's
driving
brilliant
Lyft,
too, by the way.
making- Yeah, she's really good. But she said, it's up and down. So she drive Lyft, and I was like, she asked me, told me like, yeah, I just made $1,200. I'm like, how long? In a week. What? Yeah. So I did it for like 2 weeks, and then because I was like, my problem is I get bookings. I work the road and I can make money. It's just I have to kind of stay in LA to do the LA thing. Right. And it's hard for me because I've had agents drop me, not because they were like, they didn't like me, because I was gone all the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, I'm doing a Funny Bone run. I'll be at the Funny Bone for 3 weeks, and then I'll be in Iowa and Boise. Yeah. And so I did it for 2 weeks, and then I started getting a bunch of bookings, and I went, I gotta get it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I didn't feel bad at all. Like, it's so weird. People are like, you feel bad? I'm like, no, man. Like, I picked somebody up, like, oh, dude, I just saw you at the factory.
Yeah.
I just saw him. Like, now you see me now.
Driving.
I don't
like
care.
at the end of the day, man, we all have
I got
bills.
2 kids, and I got 2 kids. One going to college, just started going to UCLA, and that shit is expensive.
No, exactly. I don't have kids, but I'm just saying, like, I got bills. Like, I take care of my mom.
And at Christmas, they want that Nintendo. So
and ain't nothing like being an entertainer with health insurance. Let me tell you something. Something about health insurance makes it a whole lot easier to be hilarious when you got health insurance.
That SAG after health insurance kick in top of the year, baby.
Man, that's awesome.
Coverage,
having a full stomach trying to be hilarious.
And it's so funny, man. Like, I don't like. There was an old saying, and you've heard it. A starving artist. Yeah. I don't want to be a starving
That's a choice.
Yeah, that's a choice.
Yeah, that's a choice.
I don't like ramen noodles. Sorry for the people that like ramen noodles, but
and they high in sodium too.
Sorry to them.
It says sorry to them, but I don't like that.
That's high blood pressure when you from all that sodium.
Yeah, so for me, I've always kept a job. Like, I've kept 2 and 3, 4 jobs at one time.
Man, that's wisdom, bro. I really appreciate that.
So
I think a lot of actors, like I've seen that work jobs, and then they'll get a part, work for a while, and then go back to their job.
Yeah.
And so
real talk.
to me,
I'm that guy.
Stand up for me, like, and luckily, and I do graphics too. I do graphics because that's what I went to school for. And so, like, I found that I can mesh the two, where I'm literally doing graphics for comics and doing promos, and I make extra money that way.
And you're literally one of the dopest promoters in comedy. Like,
no, hands down, dude.
I honestly don't know anybody that promotes the way you do. As much as you talk about your email list, and I've seen all your graphic stuff is like really dope. Most people know you, like, either they seen a flyer or saw you on something. You know what I'm saying? So it's really cool to see how you do that, man.
And it works on the road. Like,
was that a gradual progression? Like, for that to happen, or just kind of fell into it?
No, I just was immediate. It was immediate, because I saw the comics on the road that weren't promoting themselves as hard. And I go for bonuses. What I do is I do guarantees. Like, you got to get guaranteed money. And if I get this many asses and seats, then you gotta give me a bonus.
Absolutely.
And it messes their head up when I'm walking out with 7 racks. And they're like, well, we didn't know.
Right.
Especially a club that doesn't know you draw, and you draw from both demographics. There's some clubs
I love that word. I can't wait to actually say that.
Yeah.
I draw.
No, when I'm
like, you
saying
scribble and doodle? Like, no, I draw. Okay? Bob Ross. Bob Ross, I'm on the canvas.
Yeah, you know how long I've been doing it. It's just, it's weird. Like, if a club doesn't know you, they have a tendency to go, whatever. We're not gonna promote you.
Yeah.
Then you promote it, and it's packed, and it throws them off. And then when I at the end of the night, I go, well, I did.
We ran out of chicken fingers because of this guy Shang.
Exactly.
We're fresh out of chicken fingers.
This guy, there are a lot of black people show.
Yeah.
Especially in markets where, no, that's true, where black people will wait to see the black. Like, if you look at the lineup, it'll be white comic, one black comic for the month. But that black comic has outdrawn every single person, unless it's a really big name.
Yeah.
But I do both. And we just did the same club down
Long Beach Laugh Factory,
Columbia.
Oh yeah, Comedy House. Yeah, the Comedy House.
That is a primarily black club.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of them. There's not a lot that just you see.
Absolutely.
It's like the improv will mix it up. When you say the improv mix it up, Laugh Factory mixes it up Not on the road though.
Yeah, no.
Not on the road. No.
So check it out. If y'all listening, you're listening to the Comedy Podcast. I'm your host, comedian Ron G. In the building today, we got my man Shang and Kareem Grimes, man. We're actually talking about entertainment and learning. Yeah, I know Paul's slipping today.
You did it before you even did it.
Right. He's so involved in the conversation, like, you didn't press the button. But we're talking about entertainment and how you sustain in this business, man. I'm going to shift gears a little bit, man. It's kind of crazy because I noticed one thing. Once I saw the schedule and how I got booked out to do the show, I realized a lot of us have a lot in common. One, we have legacy and being doing entertainment for a while. I'm still fairly new, but I'm trying to figure this thing out. And another thing is too, we all have our own unique voice about social issues. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like looking at your page, I see it's very black. It's very black and socially conscious. And I was blessed to do I was a writer producer for a show for CNN called United Shades of America, and I literally doing that show.
Did they get nominated too?
We won an Emmy.
Oh yeah,
we won an Emmy on my first writing producer show. But no, but he's so disrespectful today with the button.
No, that's an applause right there.
Right, exactly.
Right.
I was blessed to win an Emmy for my writing for the show for CNN, but the show literally changed my life. And so my stand-up has changed. Like I used to be very relationship. I'm from the South. I'm living in LA, fish out of water kind of story. Mm-hmm. Now my stuff is about social issues, gentrification. It's like heavy stuff, but I try to find a light way to do it, man.
Absolutely.
How do you, either one of you, Shang, you can chime in as well. How do you balance being woke on your social media? And then being woke and then also being relevant in Hollywood, because I feel like there's a certain tendency for entertainments to not go too hard because you don't want to mess your money up and quote unquote ruin your fan base. Right. But then there's a certain posture when you actually speak about it, especially about your people, because black folks, I feel like black women are the most supportive people on the planet. When they support you, you will always have a career. You know what I'm saying? How do you find the balance between being woke and, you know, posting your social issue, how you feel about stuff that's happening socially and still maintaining your career? Because I know Shane, you don't hold back at all on stage.
Shane does not
at all. Because I think with me, I've been doing it so long, and I performed at the Democratic Convention. So
did you really?
Yeah.
Where was it?
In Philly.
Oh man, that's so awesome.
I performed between the speaker from Wyoming and the speaker from Texas. So I did 15 minutes between that. So I've always been involved with it, and so it would be weird for me not to. And I think that after a while, people in Hollywood will, well, Shang's like that. He's going to read the contract and ask for more because, well, he's like that. He's just like. So I think for me, it's been a good balance, and everything's worked out that way. And plus, I think my following on the road knows that's what I'm gonna do. And I think that lately, and it was weird. There's a conversation I had with him at the Laugh Factory. You know, because I had some heavy shit going on in my personal life with, you know, losses of family members, and it kind of rocked me. It like my whole way of thinking. I think I got heavier. And then I think now that I'm kind of coming out of it, I'm lighter. But I still do the same shit. Right. But I'm lighter and I have a little bit more fun with it. But I think that people don't realize when you got all that stuff going on in your life, you know, especially people that you love, and you lose them, you go, I don't know how other people handle it. I got all weirded out, like, you know, this is bullshit. Right. This entertainment shit ain't nothing. Right. My life. You know? And I was very close to my pops, and that was another one that kind of just
it took the wind out of you.
It's like where you go, man, I don't really want to go to the
soft spot. I'm about to kill somebody.
Yeah, I don't
hit me in my soft spot.
Be funny. Yeah. I don't care about these casting people. Because I had a bad experience with a casting person. I think her name is Jackie Brown. Do you know who she is?
Yeah, Jackie Brown.
Said the name. Okay.
Did I say it? I think her. Okay. I think it because I tried to block it out. Right. One of the casting people said that they couldn't have me read for the part because I looked like their ex. I'm not kidding you. And I'm like, and I said, but I'm not your ex. Hi, I'm Shang. Right. Hi. And she said, no, but she looks so much like him. I can't have you read for it.
That's kind of
I can't be on set with somebody that look like somebody that hurt me.
Yeah, now you're bringing your personal.
But that was like, and that kind of made me.
But the fact that you even know that, you shouldn't even know that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The fact that it slipped out and you know that.
And said it to me. And I was, and then I went, well, I'm not going to read. I prep for this all night. And you look so much like him. I'm like, okay, well, thank you. And that, like the young me to be like, look crazy ass heifer. Right. The old me was like, all right.
Well, let me tell you something about Hollywood, though. Anybody can be your boss at any time. So you might get a chance to redeem yourself. Like, you know what? You kind of look like my ex.
Yeah.
And I don't think I want to hire you for casting.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that happened. And then was up. This is a long time ago, and it kind of made me acting wise. That's why I asked. Hanging in there is hard.
Yeah, it is.
They were the writer that wrote the part specifically for me, and in the breakdown it said we want a Shang type. It was crazy, and they told me, "Hey, I wrote this with you in mind." And I read for it. I was going to get it, and then Chappelle bumped me because Chappelle said, "No, I want it." Wow. And I'm not mad at Chappelle. He's a friend of mine. I'm like, I get it, and I just went, "This business is insane."
Yeah.
So that's why I gravitated to stand up because I can control it. Now I'm at a point where I can rent a theater and go and do a theater, just a theater, make some money come back home, stay home for a while. And the other part hard for me, I don't know how like actors that go to Europe and film for like 3 months. I think I'm with my family. Like when I'm one of those people that miss my lady badly.
Gotcha.
And I miss my kids. Like I'm one of those people. Like, man, I wish I was home.
Right.
And I miss I don't like missing.
Grown man show today.
I miss going to school with them, and you know what I'm saying. That part bothered me. So I think that's harder for me. That's the part of the business that's hard for me.
Yeah.
Because my lady just got mad at me because I came home and I had to go straight to a gig. So we didn't even get to
talk,
hang out and just spend some time. I gave her a kiss and then I got to get to Long Beach. So that part bothers me.
It's different. It's different because I don't have kids, but I have, my nephew, my girl, the whole nine. So
do you miss them?
You know what I do, but I do, but at the same time, it's work and I'm not going to be gone forever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's
some of that has to do with family dynamics too. Like, are you the baby? Are you the baby?
No, I'm
actually
the oldest. I'm the oldest.
Sometimes depending on where you fall in your family,
I'm the youngest.
Yeah, I'm the baby, so I'm kind of used to being by myself. Like I can be around people and still be by myself.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
But it just depends. But the older I get, I kind of like.
Yeah, for me,
I like being with my girl too, and I like to cuddle.
Yeah. But I think for me though, man, real talk, it's the work. Like, you know what I mean? When you met me, you know I'm a hustler, you know I'm a grinder, and I'm gonna get it done. I'm gonna come back home, but while I'm here,
I gotta focus.
I gotta focus, and I gotta take care of business because let's flip it around. Because if I was that dude that was just up under you all the time, or just at home not doing nothing,
she'd probably be irritated.
Right. Exactly. You know
when
what I'm
you
saying?
go buy some groceries,
right? But I also feel though too that as an actor, when you do. Get these gigs that take you out of Los Angeles.
Right.
It kind of makes the heart grow fonder of that person too. So when you do come back, it's like,
it's cool. Yeah,
it's cool. Together. You know what I'm saying? Like you really want to spend that time. But for me, it's just like, yo, when you met me, this is what it is.
So they're aware of it.
I think they're definitely aware.
In my situation, she didn't think it was like I met her at a club and she thought, well, it's not for real.
Yeah. For real. Until they're actually in it, then they're like, oh, this is for real.
Yeah. Everybody want to be first lady, but they don't want to be first lady.
Right.
Yeah. Right, man. And maybe, Kareem, you can chime in on this too, because you touched on something very specific that I've dealt with it too, where I've actually battled depression and had to perform. And people don't know what you're dealing with. Like for me, my comedy, I don't like performing when I'm not having fun, or comedy is an extension of myself.
Right.
Because I used to perform to escape from my pain. And when you get off stage, you crash again. You know what I'm saying? Being in this business as long as you have, how do you maintain having moments of getting the wind knocked out of you and still performing at a level where you can be effective?
Man, it's interesting because I have those bouts as an actor when you go into a room and you don't book. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you killed it, and it's just like, God, dog, but one thing that I've learned while in class is why I tell people to get in class is that you just have to prepare and do the work and leave it in the room.
Yeah.
And just
leave it in the room and just let it go. You know what I'm saying? But I've had times where one instance, I was up for this TV show, for this TV movie, and went in there and killed it the whole nine. My agent is like, yo, you got a good chance of getting this.
Right.
I go to a party where this casting director is.
The same one?
The same one.
Okay.
And the casting director's assistant came up and I was just like, yeah, I'm excited. He was like, yeah, the studio went with somebody else. So I literally found out the night at the party that I didn't get it. And I was like, yo, I'm ready to go home.
I would have unplugged the turntables and just flipped it over. F this party.
Right.
You know what?
Like literally.
No more dancing.
Right.
This party is trash.
Yeah. So I literally found out that night that I didn't get the role.
And you kind of felt good about
I felt good going into
read.
Like they were like, oh my goodness, this is amazing. You know, you did good. I find out that I did not get the role at the party. I literally spent maybe 10 to 15 minutes and I bounced.
Yeah.
And I was really hurt for like 3 days.
Yeah, you can't sit in it too long, but
You
yeah,
can't sit
you
in.
gotta have your moment. You gotta get it out.
You gotta get it out. You can't sit in it too long because
that Boys in the Hood moment, you swinging at the air.
Right,
you got to get it out.
Yeah, but at the same time, it was just like, you know what? Forget it. But once again, it's about having a strong foundation within yourself, but also your family and friends to say, hey, man, listen, it's all good. There's something bigger and better coming along, and that's what you have to focus on.
Yeah.
You can't, like you say, you can't sit in it too long. You can get it, take it in, but then you got to move on because literally within a couple of days, you may have another audition. And
you got to get your mind ready for that one.
Yeah, you carrying all that. You're going to be double trouble now.
Absolutely.
Well, I was going to ask a question just quick to you. Do you think independent movies, because I've been doing that a lot more. I did like 2 independents and I had a good time. And I think
that's the main thing. As long as
I had a good time independent. But and it wasn't a big budget, you know what I'm saying? But the budget was decent. Do you think that that's the way it's going to be going? Because I looked at a lot of stuff on Netflix. It's like independent directors. A lot of comics are doing their own. Like I just did my own special on my own, and I didn't, well, I got investors.
Yeah,
You know, do you think that's the way it's going? Because some of the independent movies are killing it.
Let me tell you something. It's the independent films have been killing for a long time.
Yeah,
man.
I went to Sundance.
Like literally, you have a lot of independent films that get a lot of rave reviews, and go big. But it's I think it's what you said. It's as long as you enjoy it, as long as you have a good time doing it. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
At first, I used to go into it like, I don't want to do an independent. And then I got out of that. And then it was just more of when independents really start blowing up, it was just like, damn, if I do this independent, is it going to blow up?
Yeah.
I mean, hope it blows up.
I don't think there's a formula anymore. I don't think there's a formula at all. Like, cause now, and y'all can probably chime in on this. There's like I feel like there's a black renaissance happening. Like, I think back when Def Jam was hot back in the 90s, all the comedians were getting all these TV shows, and you see all these comedians being the face of these movies and stuff like that. And then for a while, I think the Judd Apatow moment happened where you got a lot of no-name people who just, quote unquote, no-name people start blowing up and doing some stuff.
Absolutely.
And now you can tell again with like Gerard Carmichael show and Tiffany Haddish and you know, like Get Out. Like all the stuff is happening. It's like a black renaissance again where you're getting all these really dope black shows. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That aren't just lowbrow black entertainment. It's like real,
really good shows.
Like great shows.
Have black people on them.
Absolutely.
Blackish. I like
Blackish, Scandal, all this stuff is like a really dope thing, man. You can see the progression.
Yeah.
Hey, let me tell you something.
Roger.
I just talking about that. Yeah, we just talking about that, man.
But to me, like I think that like independence for me is creatively. I love the fact that they give you a little bit more leeway. Yeah. You can go, and I feel like with the Hulus, Netflix, Crackle, Amazon Prime, Crackle. Yeah. I mean, then people are like, oh, you just did a movie. I'm like, yeah, I did a movie. It was cool, but it's like, what's going to be on? And I said, like, Hulu, they went, but to me, I was like,
you have no idea.
I was like, that's fantastic.
Just because you can't afford it don't mean people ain't watching it.
Yeah, I was like, I thought that was fantastic. And but it's weird for me as a comic because it's comedies, but like somebody will see me in a dramatic thing and then come to the show and be like, man, you ain't really like that.
Yeah, exactly. I've done my job. I've done my job.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not trying to kill a lady.
Right. Exactly.
I don't want to kill her.
Yeah, it's independence, man. It's and I think as an actor, the main thing is to work, to do good work, to build your resume up. Yeah. That's the main thing. And I think when you get caught up in it's an independent, you can if the script is trash.
Absolutely. Right. Yeah.
But if it's independent with substance.
Wasn't Precious an independent?
Absolutely.
A lot of hot movies. Was Manchester by the Sea independent maybe?
Yeah, and they get nominated for like Oscars.
Yeah. Winning,
There was an independent, I think it was in something Indelible or something Mr. Pete. It was about 2 kids. It was a young black kid and a little Asian kid, and it had Jennifer Hudson. That thing was amazing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I saw City of God. You saw City of God?
Yeah.
Crazy. That movie is incredible.
But there's a lot of acting roles I think that were for black actors. Yeah, and that doesn't mean I don't like white actors. People, a lot of people think I don't like white actors but they have more. Yeah, they can be funny, evil, dark, and wherever they want us to be. Draw.
Right.
But can they draw?
Exactly. Not doodle.
But can you put
draw asses in the seats?
Can you put asses in the seats?
There it is. Exactly.
Can you pack out the funny bone?
There it is.
No, but the thing is, for me, is like I actually have been gravitating to more independent movies and like directors that have a vision.
Yeah.
Because some of the big movies they don't. They got to deal with their
studio
investors.
heads.
Yeah,
and studio heads.
Yeah, even though like the movie, I took my son to see Justice League, and they said that the actual vision of it is different than the way like.
Man,
when the money people come in, they go, well, we got to put this in.
Yep.
We got to put this in. And the first one was the better one.
Yeah.
So, I mean, whereas an independent, it's like, no, this is the vision we're putting out.
That's the struggle of Hollywood when the creative people got to deal with the money people.
The money people.
Money people don't have vision, but creative people do. And sometimes the money people got to get their return back and they win.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, they made their money back.
Yeah, they definitely made
$600 million.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
That's
Kareem, I'm gonna try not to get too sappy, but I don't know if you noticed or not, but like I consider you big bro. Even though we don't talk often, I've always admired your journey. So I don't know if you remember this, but we used to do "It's Your World" from
Absolutely.
What's my
Brad
name?
Sanders.
Brad Sanders, man.
Absolutely.
It's a really cool radio soap
It was
opera
on,
that what was it, KGLH or something like that?
No, but it was what's the light skinned brother? He's retired.
Why you point to me because the light skinned brother? Like all light skinned. I'm messing with you.
Oh, Tom Joyner.
Tom Joyner.
Yeah, Tom Joyner. I did the cruise for them.
Yeah,
so I know.
exactly.
Tom Joyner show,
Tom
man.
Joyner show.
But you're the first person or actor, period, I've ever heard mention the screen test. Like, I didn't know anything about Hollywood when I first got out here. I was doing that, and I was making cool money. We got $50 a week.
Man, we was making decent money.
Yeah,
man.
it was like really cool.
And we were having fun.
I was getting my cell phone bill paid and everything just by doing voiceovers. And I didn't know nothing about Hollywood, but I've heard you mention the screen test and callbacks and stuff like that. And for some reason, it opened up my mind to like, yo, you can make money doing this thing. Like, and I never knew what that was. But for me, I thought it was great to see somebody like in my age group, like doing like Hollywood on the level I've never seen before.
That's actually real cool.
Because me coming from the South, dreams ain't real. Like, you know, you get you a good job, you go to college, and that's what you do. But to come to LA and see somebody like you, like, hey, this dude young and he doing a screen test. What's a screen test? And then when I finally had my screen test, I'm like, because on the other side of that screen test, you get treated like it works. It makes so much sense why you get treated the way you get treated before. And once you're on the other side, they're like the nicest people ever. Like, my God, because I actually booked a pilot for Nickelodeon playing a dad. He not gonna press the button for me. Oh, now that's too loud. That is too loud. Like somebody frying fish. Like, hey, that is too loud. That's disrespectful, P. Okay, we get it.
That was just.
But listen, like,
congratulations.
I had my first screen test, and like, I was. First of all, I auditioned with people I grew up watching on TV, which was a crazy thing. Like, I'm watching, like, dude, this dude been doing movies before I was like even in college, right? Yeah. And I'm auditioning for this thing, and then I get in there, and then when they had the screen test, they were trying to find the person playing my sister. And so another group of women that I know who've been doing it for a while, I saw like Brayley and a couple other people like in audition. I'm like, I'm on this side, and I'm like, it's crazy to see the other side, and you get treated like
you get
gold on the other side,
like,
where
literally they laying out roses as you walk.
It's the craziest feeling. Like, wow, this is what it feels like.
That's what the work is for. That's because like I did some.
But you don't know. You just think it's all. I gotta go to another audition, man. They ain't gonna pick me. They want somebody with a name, and then you finally get your ticket called, and you like, this is a great feeling.
I've actually had a situation where I did a TV show called True Colors with Claude Brooks, and it was on Fox. It was between me and Bumper Robinson.
Wow,
Bumper Robinson at that time was on everything.
Like he was the Kevin Hart.
No, he was literally the Kevin Hart.
I don't even know who's Bumper Robinson in, but I'm gonna Google it.
Bumper Robinson was TV, like Jaleel White.
Yeah.
Like it was Bumper Robinson.
Like literally show after show.
Show after show. And it's between me and him. So I'm a young cat. And I'm like, yo, I seen this dude.
Wow. I do know him.
I've watched
his name is Bumper?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was on everything.
No, exactly.
He was everybody's boyfriend in the 90s.
Yeah. Exactly. I've watched this dude, and here I am, you know.
Basically,
it's between me and him. I booked it. And from that point on,
you like, I got the juice.
Like literally your confidence level. So from that point on, we're talking about 90 something. I've always had the mindset of it doesn't matter who's in that room.
You got to come and bring it.
You got to come and bring it.
Right.
You know, at the same time, you have to prepare and you got to come and bring it, because it doesn't matter if this dude has did a $10 million film and it's grossed all this. If you come in there and give them something that person didn't give, it's yours.
Absolutely.
And that's the mindset that I've had from that point on. Like, it took that one situation, because I've known other cats when we were doing commercials, this brother named Danny Wooten. Big shout out to Danny Wooten. Danny Wooten was the Michael Jordan of commercials.
Yeah.
I've seen cats walk in, they see Danny and leave.
Man.
Or they'll be there and Danny Wooten come in and be like, oh man, I'm not getting it. I'm out.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, you already took yourself out of the game before you even got a chance.
Right.
But, yeah, I've
never folded. Like for me, that's when I'm really
If anything,
like,
I go, all right.
it's like, all right, let's do it.
Don Cheadle.
Yeah.
I go, okay, Don Cheadle's for this. All right.
Right? Yeah. Like literally, that for me, that steps my game up to where I
it
have
makes
to be.
you. Yeah.
You got to, man, because like I said, this town, you can be in a room and you see any and everybody come
I've
through.
done it.
I am auditioning with my heroes right now. What is going on?
Well, acting wise, I did. This is old school. This is because I'm old. I did a Jamie Foxx show, right? And I went for a part that it was like their like anniversary show or whatever the fuck it. And I saw every light skinned actor, and I walked in
A room full of you on paper. Yeah.
like, well, I don't know about this, and I'm thinking, I kept thinking, well, what am I doing here?
Right.
But then I sat there watching as people went in, and I could hear them being extra loud and going over the top.
I hate that.
Then I went, you know what? I'm gonna get this.
Right.
They're doing it wrong,
Right.
And then I got it. And I was like, because they were doing it wrong, and then that's what made me go, you know what? And then plus Bentley Evans.
Bentley Kyle Evans.
Yeah. When he said,
Hey, Almond Brown.
Yeah, Almond Brown.
You so almondy.
Hilarious.
like he's the one that he said. I talked to him later. He said, "Yeah, you came in with the right mentality." But at first, when you walk in, you do get a little bit.
You get a little intimidated.
I go,
Yeah.
wow!
Absolutely.
And I had seen these dudes in everything.
Yeah,
And I'm
man.
like, oh man.
Oh, but when they call your number.
Oh yeah, man.
Oh man, that's a great feeling, man.
It
So
is.
listen, if you're tuning in right now, you listen to the Comedy Pop Up. I'm your host Ron G. In the building today, we got my man Shang, one of the dopest, world-renowned comedians, been traveling all over international.
You still didn't hit the button.
He's sleepy today.
It's okay.
And then you blew our ears out with the last clap.
That last one
disrespectful, Paul. And we got my man Kareem Grimes, man, actor, man. So proud of this guy.
SWAT, that's
fitness
dope.
nuts.
Thank you, man.
And social activist,
man.
and you do a lot of actually community service stuff too, man.
Yeah.
Most of the time when I do the community service thing for Thanksgiving, you're always there giving back to the people, man, which I think is so awesome. So we're actually talking about Hollywood and sustaining your career in the business, ups and downs and everything, man. And we've had a really, really great show. Before we get out of here, I want to ask you guys a few questions. This is a particular segment
This is a question
that I love to do because at the Comedy Pop-Up, we don't small talk. So I'm going to ask you a few questions. There's no wrong answer. Both of you can answer or either one. And then we're going to find out how can the people contact you and stay in contact with you, okay? So that being said, first question. If you can do coffee with any person, dead or alive, who would it be?
Ooh,
Wow.
that's a good one.
I mean, I know who it would be for me.
You can.
Go
you can tell
first.
us.
Dead or alive? Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee.
Yep. You said,
Hey.
even though, I watched interviews with him and his focus was crazy. And I'd love to just sit there and absorb his focus.
Yeah?
So just.
But can he draw?
But can he draw?
That's funny.
But can he put asses in seats?
Man, you know what, man? That's a very good question. The first person that popped up in my mind was Ozzie Davis.
Wow.
Yeah?
But I did radio with him. So
Ozzie Davis.
Why Ozzie?
Because man, he was an activist, but he
Yes.
was also a hell of an actor.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
just to get those jewels from him.
I was so lucky. I did radio with him.
Oh man, dude!
I did Radio
Like
One.
literally talking to him. You literally is just like
I was sitting there, I
don't
got
say
pictures
nothing.
in my office of me and him. Just,
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, I'm on the radio.
First
with him.
person that popped up was Ozzie Davis.
That's how I feel about Dick Gregory. Dick Gregory is like, I just want to sit and listen to him talk. I have
toured with
nothing
him.
to say.
Yeah.
He
I met
was
him a few
crazy.
times.
He was a little crazy.
It don't even matter.
Yeah.
I've met him a few times and just listen to him. You can smell the wisdom in his breath.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You know,
Exactly.
He
You
wears
smell the-
wisdom lotion.
Right.
No, I did. I toured. It was a conscious comedy tour. Me, him, Paul Mooney.
Are you serious?
I love Paul Mooney, dude.
Me, him.
Do you
Paul
have
Mooney.
the picture from the road? You got to have the picture on your wall somewhere.
Yeah, I got me, him, Paul Mooney, the Mooney Twins.
Yeah.
And a comic named D. Militant.
I know D. Militant.
No, I didn't know. Yeah, I did. We did a conscious comedy tour. I got fired. I got fired. Ready?
I
We did a tour and I got fired.
I got fired the fifth show in because I made fun of the fact that Schlitz Malt Liquor was the sponsor.
right.
And I go, you're part of the problem.
Right.
And I said it on
That'll do
stage.
it. That'll
and
do
they
it.
met me at the edge of the stage with my check. We'll be good. And then Paul Mooney apparently flipped out like 2 shows after that. You niggas are not going to act that way with me.
Hey, that was good.
But that's and
that was good.
And so I mean, I'd say it would be Bruce Lee would be top.
Yeah.
Top.
Yeah.
And then I got to meet. Well, I actually got to meet and do it with Denzel.
That's another
at
one
a
too.
place up in North Hollywood.
Yeah.
I got to meet him, and I was like, oh, because he's one of my favorite actors.
Yeah, hands down.
But, he's one of my favorites.
Absolutely.
Ozzie Davis, and definitely, I would definitely.
Denzel is he's a beast.
I actually met Bruce Lee's daughter doing the CNN show. We did a special on Chinatown.
Wow.
And the first Chinatown in San Francisco.
Yeah.
We met her and like listened to her wisdom and the stuff she had to go through. Like your dad is so amazing. Like she was like the cloud that's over her head that she has to like live up to her dad.
Right.
But just talking to her, you can tell she come from good fruit. You know what I'm saying?
But that would be the number one by far.
Yeah.
That's so awesome. All right, next question. What sound or smell reminds you of home? I say it's pine sol and cheese grits.
What?
Don't judge me. Not in the same pot, but just like separate.
I thought you
pine sol and cheese grits.
Both the cheese grits. I love that mix.
Right.
I wonder if pine sol first. Like out of all the stuff, pine sol.
I want to say incense, black love.
Black love incense.
Yeah.
My mom and pop burned a lot of incense.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You got the they were like hippies kind of sort of.
That's not hippie.
I mean, they definitely. They definitely smoke.
Well, pro-black. Like, it's
Yeah,
a
they
part of that movement.
definitely
Like
smoke
the
marijuana.
Panther.
Yeah, that's part
so
of the conscious.
It all happened around in the 60s. You know what I'm saying?
Incense
Panther
reminds
Party,
me of incense reminds me
Reminds
of
you
my
of home?
childhood.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Strawberries. Smell of strawberries.
Wow.
What's going on at your house?
Yeah.
I've been really trying. No, you know why? 'Cause my girl, I like sometimes when I get off the road, sometimes we sit. Y'all gonna make fun of me.
Okay, man. I said I like to cuddle, man.
Sit your truth, brother. Sit
Okay,
your
no,
truth.
we like
Bask in it.
We like
Cross
to
your legs, come up and see. Pull up the handbrake in your truth.
We also
All right.
didn't watch so horrible, but we watched Love and Hip Hop.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I don't. It's a bad show, but and we sit.
It's a bad show.
Now, there it
Well,
is.
it's just
Love and Hip Hop? It's not a bad show. That's
it's
classic.
some of it's just
That's an urban
really
classic.
horrible. So strawberries. If I smell strawberries, I go,
Wow.
okay. Yeah. That's what. See, but I thought I'm gonna get clowned.
No, he's fine. All right, cool. All right. That's hilarious. All right. Next question is, what's one thing you learned about yourself from your last relationship? Quiet up in this church right
Wow.
now. Ooh, it's quiet up in this church.
I'm learning now. I think it's ego.
What really?
Yeah, it's ego. It's ego about, just it's ego, man. As you grow older as a man, and sometimes you feel yourself, you smell yourself, and that ego gets in the way, and you like, yes.
Yeah.
You after me? Good.
Yeah.
Oh, you like me, huh?
Yeah, but can she draw though?
Yeah, exactly. Can she draw? I think it's ego, man.
Yeah,
it's ego?
Yeah, it's definitely ego. Yeah.
Meaning you got to kill it?
Yeah, you got to
In
kill
order
it.
for- okay,
Yeah, you
gotcha.
got to kill it.
Is he dead?
I'll leave it outside.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna leave that somewhere.
Yeah.
I'd say complacency. I
Yeah?
was like my last relationship. She was bad, but I got complacent because she was physically bad.
Yeah.
Everything else wasn't.
Right.
But I was
Yeah.
like, but she fine though.
Yeah, she fine,
Look at
though.
the face.
Oh, yeah,
Look at the
yeah,
ass.
Right.
And I
She
just
too
got,
fine to be crazy. Ain't no way you that fine and crazy at the same time.
yeah,
exactly.
and I think I'm not gonna be complacent, and with a relationship and across the board. So I learned like don't ever do that.
Grown man.
Yep.
All right, let's see. Let's have another one. All right, okay. And last question for either one of you. You can answer in your respective fields. Start with you, Kareem. What's one thing you would give somebody who says they want to be an actor? Like, what is it? Some nugget you would give them?
I
If they say they want to be an actor.
It's what I said earlier. It's like you have to be vulnerable.
Mhm.
You have to be able to step outside of who you are and what you like to do, and put yourself in somebody else's shoes,
in the role?
in that role,
Right.
Because there's something. I don't kiss girls on the lips. I kiss them on their neck. Well, this character, you may have to do that.
But
You know
this
what I'm
character
saying?
does that.
Exactly. So it's being vulnerable.
He's a neck kisser.
Yeah, he's a neck kisser. You have to be vulnerable and be willing to be an open book.
Right.
That's the hardest part. A lot of people don't like to A lot of people got a lot of skeletons and a lot of things they don't like to bring up, and you are
grow up in a family where y'all don't hug and kiss, and you got to kiss on camera.
Exactly, and you got to hug. So these things you have to be open to. So you have to be vulnerable, and you just have to be open book.
Yeah. That's good word, man. Dude, you dropping gems today, man.
Maybe she
What
have
about
like
you?
Right, the bomb.
Paul, just put it in post, man. I don't know what's going on right now.
You just dropped a gem, baby.
Yeah.
You didn't hear that?
You didn't hear that, baby.
But the real question is, Paul, can you draw?
Out of everything in your world,
Can you draw?
but can you put asses?
Not doodle.
Put ass in
Not
seat.
doodle. But can you draw?
No, it took me a long time.
Bob Ross on the canvas.
And this is a sea boat that I painted. It's not just a boat; it's a boat that's in the sea. No, I'd say the advice I give to comics now, because it's changed, is get your see. This is such a diss, but get your stage up first. But then you have to balance the social media. I think it's so important now because I'm seeing the way the direction is going. But stage time, getting up on stage over and over and over and over again to get good. And I see people that go up 3 or 4 times and feel like, well, I'm a headliner. No, you ain't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like, to me at least.
Yeah.
Because I know some people are headliners and they've been up 3 or 4 times. And I think that and also don't take it personal. So it's like I if I don't get a booking, I go, all right, well, I'm not, I wasn't your flavor. Some people like apple juice.
Right.
Some people like orange juice.
Right.
So I think some comics that take it personal, like I think sometimes people think I take it personal. I'm like, I don't at all. I'm like, I'm fine. I'm going home. I have incredibly giant round ass I'm about to go.
Right.
Filed that under D for don't care.
I'm going home. I separate it.
Absolutely.
So, and another thing with comics I would say is separate it. You know, I really do believe in that I'm, as I get older, because I'm probably the double everybody's age in here, is
Nobody care about your age.
I'm 79 years old.
You don't shut your Benjamin Button line behind that.
Exactly.
I'm 142 years old, people. I used to be the waiter at the Last Supper. I am old. No, I'm saying is I separate it. Like when I'm not doing stand-up sometimes, I'm not even thinking about it. Like if I'm at, like my son was playing basketball, I'm at the basketball game.
Gotcha.
I don't
So
even.
you're in that moment.
I don't give a shit about it. And then when it's time to get back into it, I'm focused.
Absolutely.
But, yeah. But comics wise, I say social media is a beast right now. I'm seeing so many people get so much good shit from just social media, but I do believe you still got to get your
you have to.
You got to the craft. You still got to get up on that stage and get the craft.
I still think the trade off too is like what we talked about. It's one thing to get it, but it's another thing to sustain. And all you have is these 60-second videos that gives you popularity.
Can you hold a scene?
Can you hold a scene?
Can you hold a scene?
Can you hold a crowd?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you still have to work on your craft while you're still doing videos. And all of them are necessary. And 2 things I learned. One is you got to keep up with the times. Times have changed. I've had a lot of older comedians like, man, I ain't keeping on no social media. That's what them young kids do. I ain't doing that. But then you become irrelevant because you're not keeping up with the times. And social media is its own thing. It's almost a new genre of entertainment that can make or break your career. And then 2, I'm learning to make sure you live while you're pursuing your dreams.
Yep.
For me specifically, I was at a time in my life where I was performing 2-3 times a day and I wasn't living. And all my jokes were like, when I started doing travel jokes, I don't like that. So I had to start living. So I had to make sure I made time to like love and feel,
hang out and
feel and breathe and hang out with my friends because you missing out on life. And I always have this thing about I want to live a life where I don't have a bunch of trophies and no memories. Right. Because trophies, you can't cash that in, but memories last forever. You know what I'm saying?
So that's shiny. Well, what about you?
A jewel.
I don't really know.
That's a jewel right there,
Old
man.
dusty trophy,
for real.
With that being said, man, I'm your host, Ron G from Comedy Pop-Up. We got my man Shang and Kareem Grimes in the studio. Before we leave, Shang, can you tell them what you got going on and how can they find you?
Yes, well. No, I don't know why I did that voice.
Can you draw?
But bottom line is, bitches. No. See, I'm supposed to be conscious. I said bitches. I'm sorry, ladies. I got an hour special coming out. It is coming out the end of January, Amazon Prime.
Hey.
And that's on Amazon Prime, which is dope. And in demand. It's going to be on both.
What's the name of it?
Shangri. Shang is Shangri.
That is so funny.
And then I got that. And then I did a voiceover for a movie called The Bill. And that's going to be coming out where it's the voice of money and how money can be good, bad, and evil. So I'm the voiceover.
Is that Pixar?
Huh? No. It's gonna be live action.
I love Pixar movies.
It's live action.
All right, cool. It's done.
Unfortunately, with Miramax, but I know.
Yeah.
Don't say that.
I'm glad you got it coming out. All right.
But I got that coming out, and then also if you get a chance, check me out on social media at Comedian Shang. My Twitter is at Comedian Shang, and Instagram's Comedian Shang, and the website is iamshang.com. I got my live dates. And if you get a chance, it's better to come out and see comics live. I know people like YouTube, but I'm doing a show with you guys Saturday, and I'm at the Laugh Factory in Long Beach, Laugh Factory in Hollywood, and then I'll be in New York.
And one more time, what is your site?
I am Shang. IAMSHANG.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
And that's on all social media.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Dope.
What about you, Kareem?
Just finished a project called Unsolved. It'll be on USA Network. It's about the Biggie and Tupac murders.
Man.
The people who did The People versus OJ.
I saw the promos.
Yeah,
I saw the promos.
they're behind this, so that'll be top of the year. I did a project independent called Companion.
I saw the trailer for that. That's dope.
Companion TV show.
What's my man's name? Is his name Kareem? What's his name?
No,
The guy.
that's
I know him, but I don't know him.
damn. Don't give me the. I'm blowing. Drunk.
Okay,
Stony.
There you go.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
I got it.
Stony.
Yeah.
So it's being looked at HBO right now. So
Oh, that.
It looked really good too, man.
Yeah. It's
And tell him about your thing on SWAT.
Oh yeah, SWAT. Just did an episode on SWAT. Got a lot of good reviews from Shamar Moore, tweeted me, and the writers of SWAT. So it's a good chance that they can bring a brother back as a reoccurring. They just got picked up for their full season. So
Yeah, it's doing really well now.
Yeah, it's doing really good.
Really well.
Yeah. I have a project that came. It's on Netflix, but it showed on BET. It's called Preacher Son. Tridestin Films, directed by Trey Haley.
This was Christian Keys, right?
Yep, Christian Keys.
Yeah, Christian's beast.
Yeah, that dude is a monster. So that's out right now. I'm on social media at Kareem Grimes, KareemGrimes. That's all platforms. Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, the whole nine. That's pretty much it. Working on an app right now. So by next year, we should be in the market, and I'll be a billionaire. All right.
There you go.
All right. That's Kareem.
Just make your own film.
Just make my own films. Exactly.
And I'm your host, comedian Ron G. I'm actually going to be on the show on Hulu called Shut Eye, and it's the show I did on Disney. I can't remember.
Hey,
Nothing wrong with Disney.
No, it's a Disney TV show.
Disney
I
is
did.
the deal, bro.
I'm telling you, Zach and Cody got me a lot of play with kids.
There it is.
Absolutely. And I'm shooting a movie right now with Cat Williams, Jay Farrell, and Deion Cole. 2 Minutes of Fame. I'm very excited about that. We on set all next week. And it's going to be great. So please follow me on everything at Comedian Ron G, Comedian RONG. Also, check us out at the Comedy Pop-Up. We will have a Comedy Pop-Up show one day real soon. Follow us at Comedy Pop-Up on everything, man. Anyway, we here, Comedy Pop-Up. We don't small talk. Thank you again for our guests coming out today, Kareem Grimes and Shang, man. Hey, we here. Don't block your blessing. Yeah.
Now you get the applause right.
Let's do it.
So now you do it.